his mistress in our bedroom. After completely sealing the door shut, I invited the relatives over to show off our new house, and well. My name is Kate, I'm 35 years old. I work as an interior coordinator. Having been married for 5 years, I met my husband Tom through work. Initially, we would only meet occasionally for work, but Tom always brightened up the surroundings and was kind to everyone. I was drawn to his personality, and gradually, we became closer, realizing our values aligned perfectly, leading us to marriage. Tom, of course, and his parents were extremely kind, rejoicing in our marriage from the bottom of their hearts and treating me like their own daughter ever since. Having barely met his parents before our marriage, I was a bit anxious, but they turned out to be warm and welcoming people, which put my mind at ease. We thought it was important to live near such warm in-laws, to support each other in times of need, and so we decided to move. And now, we've finally purchased the tower apartment we dreamt of. When we got married, we had deep conversations about our values and future plans, agreeing that acquiring our ideal home was most important. Both of us working, we cherished our careers while sharing a common dream, a promise between us. Working as an interior coordinator, my income has been higher than Tom's since the beginning of our marriage, taking on more financial responsibilities. When buying the tower apartment, we didn't compromise in searching for one that met our desires. Focusing on stylish interiors, which exceeded our budget. However, as I climbed the career ladder, I eventually earned twice as much as Tom, deciding to purchase this apartment close to his parents to fulfill our dream. Busy with work, we agreed to save money now and consider having children later, so we don't have kids yet, but we're starting to think about it. The move to our dream tower apartment is scheduled in 2 weeks. Even with busy schedules, we spend evenings preparing for the move. Sharing household chores as a working couple. Though we vowed to tackle everything together at the start of our marriage, Tom has recently stopped helping with housework. Today, too, dishes lay unwashed, trash scattered around. Once again, I come home tired from work later than Tom to clean up. Left in a mess again. I'm tired from work too, I said while tidying up the living room. Tom, can we talk? Is now a good time? Yeah, what's up? Our relationship seems to have changed recently. We used to respect each other so much, right? Yeah, that's true. But why bring this up now? Don't you think your attitude has changed recently? We're supposed to support each other as a working couple. I haven't changed. It's just that I've gotten a bit busier. I get that you're busy, but even so, I feel like the care for our home and our time together is fading. That's an exaggeration. I haven't changed. We just bought our dream tower apartment, so we're gonna need to cooperate more, right? We have to work together to pay off the mortgage from now on. Yeah, you're right. The next day, tired, I drop off my work bag and see the laundry. Tom, who had the day off, is sitting on the couch watching TV. Tom, you promised you'd hang the laundry. It's already evening. Sorry. Got a bit busy. I'm tired from work every day too. I wish you'd help share the chores a bit. Okay, got it. I'll do it later. Time passes, and while I'm preparing dinner in the kitchen, I notice the laundry still hasn't been hung. Tom, the laundry's still not done. It's almost night, you know? Forgot about that. Got a bit tired. Can it wait till tomorrow? I understand being tired, but I'm the same. We need to help each other out. Yeah. But I really want to rest today. I'll do it tomorrow. We talked about sharing household chores since we're both working, remember? It's fine. You've been doing it, Kate. If you don't help, I'm busy with work too. All right. Let's end this conversation. That's how you always escape. Another usual morning. I sip my coffee, discussing today's schedule with Tom. I've got back-to-back meetings today. Looks like I'll be home late. What about you? Actually, I've quit my job. What? Why? All of a sudden? What's the reason? Just didn't feel like doing it anymore. But what about our finances? Our future plans? We'll figure something out. Kate's working too. We decided to support each other by both working. I know, but I was at my limit with the stress from work. I have stress too, but I'm trying to get through it without running away. And you should have talked to me before quitting your job. Well, I had already decided, and saying it wouldn't have changed my mind, right? I know, I'll look for another job. It's not as serious as Kate thinks, we'll figure it out. We can't just figure it out. We have a mortgage to pay. Find a job quickly, okay? All right. Lately, my husband's become more selfish. Can marriage really change someone so much after 5 years? Another late night. I'm waiting in the living room. The clock already points past midnight, but Tom is still not home. The sound of the door unlocking. You're finally back. I was worried. Where have you been this late? Sorry. Just out drinking with some friends. We're about to move, we need to get things ready. Haven't you been coming home late more often? It's just a breather. Don't pry so much. How's the job hunt? Any prospects? Stop nagging. I'm stressed too. I notice Tom's phone on the table, the screen lights up. Today was fun. A message pops up, adorned with a heart. And there's Tom, absorbed in his phone again. Seems like he's exchanging messages. With a woman. Messaging again at this hour. It's none of your business. Don't snoop through my private stuff. Enough. I'm going to sleep. Tom's nights out, his late returns, and his irritable reactions. Something's definitely off. And then, the day of the move came. In a flurry, we somehow managed to move. And so, we've moved into our long-awaited tower apartment. For this move, we also swapped out furniture for pieces that fit the room better, but my absolute favorite is this big queen-sized bed. I was particular about the sheets and duvet cover too. That day, I ended up falling asleep on the couch while tidying up things here and there. The next day, I was supposed to be on a business trip. I really can't miss this trip. Sorry, it's right after we moved. Oh. I'm gonna be job hunting all day today anyway, won't be back till late. Good luck with the job search. Well, I'm heading out now. Okay, take care. In reality, there was no business trip. I took a day off. And the purpose was to investigate Tom's actions. Pretending to go on a trip, I left the house and immediately started up the pet camera app from the cafe next door. I left 2 cameras disguised as part of the interior in the living room and bedroom. The installed cameras allowed me to watch what was happening at home through my phone. After a while, I heard a woman's voice, and Tom letting her into the living room. Incredible, the real thing is just as amazing as the show apartment. I really want to live here. Who's this woman? She works at the model house. She guided us when we visited the tower apartment. Let's kick him out and live here together, just the 2 of us. When will you do it? Soon enough. Just wait a bit. Okay. Such conversations were heard. So this is the real Tom. Just as I thought. Making a fool of me? Unforgivable. Meanwhile, the 2 seemed to have gone into the bedroom. Tom's affair partner, Susan, was the employee who guided us at the model house. Tom and Susan's relationship started on the day he visited the apartment for viewing. Tom, taking a liking to Susan, kept talking to her. Despite sensing my gaze, Susan continued with the tour. Tom kept visiting, and gradually their relationship became personal. I switched the pet camera to the bedroom. What I saw from there was like a scene from hell. Forced to watch everything, I felt sick to my stomach. But I recorded every bit of it. This is irrefutable evidence. Modern pet cameras are really well made and useful. No escaping now. Time to go. I head home and enter the room. Clothes and underwear are strewn about the living room. I ignore them and head straight for the bedroom. Then, I open the door with a click. Tom, what are you doing while I'm away? Kate. You said you were job hunting all day today, didn't you? Is this what you call job hunting? What are you doing in my house taking advantage of my absence? This is my house. If you have a problem, we can divorce right now. What is this man talking about? Fine. Just make sure you don't regret it later. Huh? What are you talking about, huh? Get out, now. I left the room. Getting angry won't change anything. But I can't let those two get away with this. That's it. I came up with an idea. I won't let them get away. I grab a toolbox and head back to the bedroom. They don't seem to notice me standing in front of the room. It seems they've started again. What's with them? But now's my chance. They seem completely unaware of my presence or any noise outside. I nailed the door shut, completely sealing it. Then, I decide to contact my in-laws. It's necessary for Tom's parents to know about his actions. So, I call my mother-in-law. Mom, we successfully moved in yesterday. Could you and Dad please come over soon? I'd like to show you our new place. Oh, that's wonderful. And, there's a significant announcement to make, so please hurry. What kind of announcement? You'll understand once you're here. All right. We'll head over right away. I'll meet you in the lobby, so please be careful on your way. It's just a stone's throw from my in-laws' house to this tower apartment, not even 10 minutes away. I greet them in the tower apartment's lobby. Dad, Mom, welcome and thank you for coming. What a lovely apartment. Thanks for inviting us. I'm excited to see what the new place looks like. We weren't sure how to get in, so it's good you came down. Now, what's this big announcement? You'll see once we get to the room. Under my guidance, we take the elevator up to our apartment. Please, this way. Thank you. We'll make ourselves at home. We entered. The shiny new entrance has flashy women's shoes placed around. Huh? Is someone here? Do you have friends over? No, Dad, Mom, please, come in. Oh, is that so? Well then, we'll come in. It seems my in-laws have also noticed the odd atmosphere. And as I lead them into the living room, they come face to face with the scattered clothing. What is this? What's going on? What happened? Dad, Mom, the reason I asked you two to come today is that there's something you need to know about Tom's actions. What's happening? Tom has been bringing his mistress into our home, taking advantage of the fact that I was supposed to be on a business trip. Tom is currently unemployed, and he said he was going to spend today job hunting. Tom is unemployed? Yes, he quit his job suddenly 2 weeks ago. I had no idea. Tom. I'm so sorry, Kate. Because of Tom's strange behavior, I lied about being on a business trip and have been keeping an eye on things. I showed them the pet camera disguised as decor in the living room. This is a camera? Yes, you can check the camera's footage through a smartphone app. I launched the smartphone app and show my in-laws the footage being recorded by the bedroom camera. Their own son and an unknown woman in an indecent state are displayed. Oh, what on earth? I can't believe this. My mother-in-law, seeing her son and his lover in such an unwelcome state, cries out in disdain. With my father-in-law shaking in anger, he says, "That guy? I'll never forgive him. Having an affair while Kate is here. And to bring his mistress to the new house we just moved into yesterday. It's unthinkable for my father-in-law, who is usually calm and kind, to imagine his son having an affair." Now, seemingly on the verge of exploding, he asks, "Kate, is this footage live?" "Yes, right now, in the bedroom." "Can you take us to the bedroom?" "Yes, of course." I lead my in-laws to the front of the bedroom door. Tom and Susan start panicking inside, possibly noticing because of my mother-in-law's shout.
Tom, did you hear that? Is someone here? Eh? That can't be. Kate left. I'll go check.
As Tom tries to open the room's door, he finds it won't budge. Huh? Why won't it open? Is it broken? He tries to open the door several times, but it doesn't open.
I wonder why. If it comes to it, I'll just have to force it.
Tom tried to force the door open, but it wouldn't budge at all.
Why? Is it locked from the outside? Eh? What's going on? Why won't it open?
Since I nailed it shut from the outside, it's no wonder the door won't open from the inside. Then, realizing something was amiss, Tom and Susan.
We need to get dressed. The living room.
Indeed, their underwear is strewn all over the living room. And there are no clothes or anything to change into in the bedroom.
What do we do?
That's when my father-in-law knocks on the door. Knock, knock.
Tom, you're in there, aren't you? With your mistress? Dad. What are you doing? Well. I can't forgive you for doing something like this.
They try to escape to the balcony and open the window, but this is the 30th floor of a tower apartment. There's no way down. And both of them are completely naked. In a panic, they wrap themselves in lace curtains and hide on the balcony.
Oh dear!
Their foolish attempt to hide is clearly visible through the pet camera.
I can't believe I married someone like this. It's almost laughable at this point.
Then, the moment of truth arrives. I remove the nails and unlock the door. Entering the bedroom with my in-laws. Tom and Susan are nowhere to be seen. Huh? Tom's not here? However, we know they're hiding on the balcony. We can just barely see Tom and Susan trying to hide, but I pretend not to notice and say, the balcony door's been left unlocked. How careless, and then I lock it. Really? If you don't lock the door properly, it's careless. With that, we all left the bedroom.
Did they lock us out? What on earth? Open up! I'm sorry. Please open the door.
The scene of Tom and Susan wrapped in just a lace curtain, screaming from the 30th floor balcony of the tower apartment. It would surely shock the neighbors.
How ridiculous. You two can reflect out there for a while.
After leaving them on the balcony for some time, I threw their clothes into the room and unlocked the balcony door. Naturally, my in-laws were furious. Or rather, they were beyond appalled.
Thank goodness. Why would you do such a thing? Aren't you ashamed? There's no one else who has been as good to us as Kate. I'm so sorry for my stupid son's behavior.
Mom, please don't apologize. This is an issue between Tom and me. As Susan hastily tries to change and leave, I tell her, you stay right here too. Then I play the recording of the conversation they had in the living room for everyone to hear.
Truly, beyond redemption.
Tom, you were planning to kick me out and live here with her, weren't you? Tom, now defiant, says, yeah, this house is mine, after all.
All right, let's divorce then. And of course, I'll be seeking alimony from both of you, so be prepared for that.
How he could misunderstand that this house would be his. And how an unemployed Tom would manage to pay is beyond me. I left the new apartment with a heavy sigh. There was sadness, of course, but more than that, I was resolved to do what needs to be done. I never imagined my life built up to this point would end in such a manner. However, it was time to look forward. To officially end my relationship with Tom, and for my own sake too. The next day, I immediately took action. First, I began by looking for a trustworthy lawyer. After researching on the internet, I found a law firm with a good reputation and quickly made an appointment for a consultation. On the day of the consultation, I visited the law office, nervous but explained everything calmly.
Kate, thank you for coming today. What can I assist you with?
The lawyer asked in a calm tone. I took a deep breath before starting.
My husband brought his mistress into our house on a day he thought I was away on a business trip. But the trip was a lie. I was actually monitoring his suspicious behavior. And I recorded the entirety of their affair with a pet camera. I took out my smartphone and presented the recorded video and audio as evidence. The lawyer watched the footage intently. After listening to Tom and his mistress's conversation, he said quietly, "These are very strong pieces of evidence. Please tell me about the impact on the household finances since Tom quit his job." "Yes, after my husband became unemployed, I've been supporting all our household expenses, including the down payment for the tower apartment. If the affair is as clear as this, claiming alimony is entirely possible. Additionally, I would like to discuss the tower apartment's mortgage. On that matter, during the divorce proceedings, we can address the mortgage responsibility as well. Tom will have legal obligations, so we will negotiate firmly on that part." The time I spent with Tom, the love, and the dreams encapsulated in our new home all turned into a place of betrayal in an instant. A home should be a place of comfort, but for me, that apartment had become a source of deep emotional pain. "I won't live in that house anymore. But we've just moved in, and there's hardly any of the mortgage paid off. Since my husband became unemployed, I've been making all the payments. We can demand Tom to take responsibility for the mortgage payments in addition to alimony. However, whether an unemployed him has the capacity to pay now or in the foreseeable future. I understand. But I can't spend another day in that house. And given the situation he has caused, he must take responsibility for it." The lawyer accepted my request, incorporating full payment of the mortgage by Tom and appropriate alimony payments into the divorce settlement. Later, accompanied by the lawyer, I went back to the new tower apartment. My concerned in-laws came along for support. How audacious Tom and Susan were, still living in the tower apartment. The lawyer then calmly read out the terms of the divorce settlement. While they had no choice but to accept the alimony terms, "This much? We can't pay all of this." That's when I showed them the video recorded by the pet camera, with audio included. "Here, we have solid evidence." I pointed out the pet camera disguised as an interior decor piece. "I had one in the living room and one in the bedroom. That's an invasion of privacy." "Privacy? That's rich coming from you. This house is mine. It's my right to place cameras if I want to. They're there to keep out burglars, though I ended up catching a very different kind of thief." Ugh. Susan was left speechless. Then, in addition to alimony, the lawyer informed Tom that he would also be responsible for repaying the down payment and remaining mortgage payments I had made. "This house was almost entirely built according to Kate's wishes. It's unreasonable for me to bear all the costs. I really loved this house filled with my dreams." "Then you should bear some of the burden too." My father-in-law glared at Tom. "What are you talking about? What did you do in this house filled with Kate's dreams? Moreover, Kate isn't even living here. You invited your mistress into the house and acted inappropriately. Who would want to live in such a house? That's obvious. You need to take full responsibility for the situation you caused." With the support of my in-laws, the divorce negotiations concluded in my favor. The divorce proceedings went ahead with mutual consent. Tom was obligated to repay the remainder of the mortgage and the down payment I had made. "I no longer consider you my son. We're cutting ties with you." My in-laws decided to sever ties with Tom. Susan, who had been working as a receptionist at a model house, was implicated by the evidence of her affair with Tom that I had provided. An emergency meeting was called, and Susan was summoned. "Do you understand that your actions have significantly damaged the company's reputation? I'm very sorry. Your actions have severely tarnished our reputation. It will take time to restore trust from our clients. Unfortunately, we cannot keep you at the company. You will have to leave." "Yes. I never thought it would come to this.
The divorce between Tom and me finally settled by mutual agreement, but the affair scandal between a client and an employee that came to light in the process was majorly covered by the company, and of course, Susan was fired. The inappropriate relationship in the tower apartment cost Susan her career. And in the end, she broke up with Tom. He was jobless and still unable to find a job. The burden of the mortgage payments loomed over him.
Looks like I have no choice but to sell this apartment.
He alternated between looking at the mortgage statement and the tower apartment sales advertisement.
It might sell for a high price. That could actually turn into a profit.
Then he went to negotiate the sale with a real estate agent.
The charm of a new building is significant, but its value begins to depreciate as soon as you move in.
Trying to reduce the loan burden by selling the tower apartment, he was overwhelmed by the size of the remaining debt. Even letting go of it, the remaining mortgage balance was still a heavy load.
Why is the mortgage the only thing remaining?
Still, the mortgage for the tower apartment was too high to afford, so he had no choice.
Kate was earning that much. I didn't know.
It was too late when he realized how grateful he should have been. Tom had no choice but to start life in a cheap rental apartment. My days after the divorce began with self-recovery. On a quiet morning, I was walking in my usual park. In nature, I slowly began to face myself and feel inner healing. One day, I happened to meet Ken at a photography store where we shared a hobby. The two of us easily engaged in conversation through our DSLR cameras.
Photography is wonderful because it preserves moments forever. Yes, it's truly art that transcends time.
Over time, we shared many moments through photography, gradually closing the distance between our hearts. Ken approached my past wounds with kindness and understanding. I found myself being drawn to such a caring Ken. Even after divorcing Tom, I continued to have a good relationship with his parents. They cared for me and we kept in regular contact, deepening our bond even more than before. They still treat me like their own daughter to this day. Today, I plan to introduce my fiancé, Ken, to my parents.
I never imagined days like this would come, not so long ago. Kate, spending peaceful times like this with you is the greatest happiness for me.
My career is going well. Ken has become a popular photographer. In fact, we have purchased a new tower apartment. It ended up being even more expensive than the previous tower apartment, but it's a wonderful apartment that includes everything Ken and I wanted. I go to the lobby to meet Tom's parents.
Hello, Kate. Your new painting is really lovely. Kate, it's good to see you well. Thank you for coming.
We then went up to the apartment together in the elevator.
Excuse us. Oh, hello there. Nice to meet you, I'm Ken. Oh, is that so? Dad, Mom, this is my fiancé. I promise to make Kate happy, so please rest assured.
He seems like a kind and wonderful person. Kate, you're lucky. Please take care of her.
We're like Kate's parents, so feel free to rely on us anytime. Kate, congratulations truly. I'm really happy for you. Be happy.
Tom's parents felt responsible for the pain I suffered because of Tom, but seeing me find a wonderful partner and looking happy gave them peace of mind. Ken is very kind and always puts me first. And as a working couple, we share all the household chores. Ken, who enjoys cooking, prepares delicious meals every day. Meeting Ken has filled my days with happiness. I am very happy now. I truly believe that marriage is wonderful.